What's up, everyone? We're excited to bring you this week's edition of the Weekend Warriors podcast with your hosts Kobe, Gunner, and Dominic, where we discuss a range of topics related to health, fitness, bodybuilding, and powerlifting, as well as a few other seemingly random topics that may pique our interest. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy the show. How was y'all's week?
It was good.
Yeah, it was real good. Really busy, but good. My boss's back is broke or something. So, I came in the store this morning, and he was laying flat on the ground. Not even, clean ground. This is, dirty shop ground. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, my back. I was like, and you know how I am. I was like, nah, you're fine. Get up. So I went to reach down there and, grab his hand. I think I made it worse, pulling him up. So I've had to kind of take the reins this week. So it's been pretty cool. I've just been doing, he hasn't been calling me and telling me what to do. What he done was put the company phone on my cell phone. He redirected it to my cell phone, which sucks because of the phone calls. But it's been really cool to be the boss.
So what I'm hearing is you low-key sabotage the whole thing just to become the boss for
It's facts.
time.
Yeah, it's facts.
As long as it will last.
You get the boss pay though.
But if anybody else calls me today, I will throw my phone out the window, and I'll just have to hop on my laptop whenever I get back.
Dude, I can't imagine it being any worse.
The apartment.
I can't imagine that being any worse than your dealership job you had. I remember you.
Oh yeah, no. Nothing's worse than that, dude.
Bro, that shit was awful. I remember the night of the show.
Bro, that dealership made me huge. Not even close to where I am now, but I was drinking every single night. Hated that job.
I remember we were blasted on a whole different planet, and someone called you at midnight, and you did a whole deal over the phone with a customer, bro.
That sounds like something I would do, dude. So I guess I can tell this story on the podcast. I don't really care. But speaking of that job, one night I got so drunk. I won't even lie. But I called my parents and tried to sell them a car, and I don't even remember it. But I called my parents at 12 at night, and I was like, "Yo, y'all need to buy a car."
Bro, I remember you got that job, and a week later, you had sold your parents a car. I was like, "What the hell is going on?"
Dude, they asked me, they're like, "So how much money you want to make on this deal?" I was like, "None." This is my parents. They thought I was gonna try to upsell my dad.
Damn.
I'm like, no, I'm not heartless and soulless like you people. I have a soul.
I remember that's what you told me the most about that job, is that everyone there was always so willing to upcharge on their prices.
Everything. If you're listening to this podcast, do not buy a car from anything Barnes Crossing. I swear to God, it's ran by Satan.
Hey, they've done a lot of work over there, right? In the building?
Yeah, dude. So when you went and got your car worked on?
Yeah.
You know how you told George that you knew me and all that fun stuff?
Yeah.
Bro, he got so mad at me. He thought that I ruined his deal because he thought he was going to sell you a car, and he thought I told you. He thought I told you to not buy a car.
Did he tell you?
I was yeah. He called me for the first time in a year.
Damn.
And me and this dude were tight. He was my only friend there, and now he hates me. And I told him, I was like, dude, I don't have enough hate towards anyone. I was like, I still love you, and I appreciate all the advice you give me. Man, he's still mad at me. I was like, what the heck? Anyway.
To be fair, you did drop that information on me, they'll upcharge the shit out of you, which basically told me to not buy from Barnes Crossing.
Bro, when I heard that, you was like, yeah, it's a $650 payment, I was like, no! No! Do not do it.
Bro, I'm glad you told me to back out of that, because I was close to pulling the trigger on it.
I think you should have.
Dude, no, I shouldn't have. Bro, now I have a car with a brand new engine and 1 year left to pay it off.
Hell yeah.
So I'm sitting pretty right now. I feel good about this.
That's good.
Oh, man. So did y'all do y'all's homework?
Homework.
Hell no.
Dom,
What
you
homework?
not get the Dom? Did you not get the homework? I laid it on your desk. I swear.
Nah, I didn't.
Damn.
Was it like
Just
multiple
gonna-
choice homework? Was this like a study guide?
It's,
I think I missed it.
Bro, I think I did too. Actually,
was this on last podcast or something?
no, I'm just pulling on his
You
leg.
just fucking.
But no, I really do like the idea of the bodybuilding iceberg. So I was like watching some YouTube videos and stuff last night and reading up on some like I just wanted to find some underground stories that nobody really heard of, and it's like it may be true, it may not be true. But I think the one that's like the most prominent and is widely regarded to be true is the 1980 Mr. Olympia and all the controversy behind it. So what had happened was Arnold Schwarzenegger, probably the GOAT of bodybuilding in most casuals' eyes. You know, he retired in 1975, but he came back 5 years later. And a lot of people don't know, but after the Olympia, Arnold lost like 30, 40 pounds because movie directors and just Hollywood itself told him he was too big, so he had to downsize. And after that, 5 years later, he decides he's going to enter the Mr. Olympia. Well, at the 1980 Mr. Olympia, Schwarzenegger was a promoter. He showed up in a suit. Nobody knew he was competing. Nobody in the back. The only people who knew was Joe Weeder, whatever his name is, and then the judges. So all of a sudden he goes in the back and puts on posing trunks like he's going to compete, and sure enough he does, and he wins. But he was severely downsized. At the time he was already almost. I want to say he was almost like 36, 37. So he was older, just like nowhere. And if you look at pictures, there's no video, unfortunately, of that. But if you look at the pictures, he's just completely outsized by even Frank Zane looked bigger than him. And Mike Menser destroyed him, who's another guy I got stories about. But Mike Menser like got in a fight with Arnold backstage, and then come to find out after everything, it was most likely while he was on stage. Because Mike Menser...
What? Hold on, you cut out. What'd you say? It was most likely what on stage?
Cocaine.
Oh.
Arnold was using cocaine.
Damn.
Bro.
Oh, no.
They busted him for
You have bad service right now.
And the way they found out was Mike Menser, who is like, can you hear me now?
Okay. You're gonna have to go back to the cocaine part.
Yeah.
Go start from where you said Arnold was doing cocaine.
Crazy.
Yeah. So the way they found out was Mike Menser called him out on it because Mike Menser was a user of cocaine avidly, and he saw the signs of Arnold or on Arnold, dried out eyes, just
Yeah.
aggression. I'm not sure what all the side effects of cocaine are yet. And he like searched through it.
Oh my gosh.
Bag and found it. And then that's when they ensued to fight. And then even crazier, the year after that, 1981, Franco Colombo came out of retirement, won the Mr. Olympia, and it was the same deal. If you look at pictures, the body, I'm still breaking up.
Hold on. I got a picture for the group chat to give Dominic an idea of what the difference was. Yeah, but you broke up there like for a good 2 minutes. After you said you haven't done cocaine, everything from there to now.
Yeah, and bro, yeah, just look at that.
Bro, you can't tell me Arnold deserved to win that. Like, looking at that right there.
That man trains one time a week on the right. Once a week. Does 2 sets and he leaves.
There's no way.
He trains, I swear, you got to listen to some of his lectures. He trains 15 minutes a day. Not a day, but a week. 15 to 30 minutes. Does 2 sets to absolute failure and gets out of there.
Like a voice.
But he was, if you listen to Mike Mincer, he completely gets rid of the bodybuilders or meatheads and not smart. The man has a doctorate in psychology. And he used like bodybuilding wasn't even his main form of income at the time. He was a professor. So I mean, if you just listen to his am I still breaking up?
No, you're good.
Every time I hear one of y'all say bro, I'm like, oh no.
No.
But if you listen to his lectures, he was extremely intelligent. Very intelligent.
Bro,
that's why I really enjoy watching him. Go ahead.
Imagine you go into a classroom and you see someone as jacked as Mike Mincer as your professor. You have no choice but to listen to everything they say and take notes.
I think so. I think you just automatically have to assume everything he says is right.
Everything he says is correct, whether he's on cocaine or not. Like,
it'd be hilarious that you're up there teaching a class. Some kid's like, I don't think that's correct. And he just turns around. How much do you bench?
He slams his fist
Yeah,
against the board.
I thought.
No, but seriously, imagine you're like going into the 1980 and Mr. Olympia. Like, Arnold's nowhere inside, so you think you got it in the bag. You're Mike Mincer, bro. Then out of nowhere, you see a fucking coked out Arnold Schwarzenegger walking in. I'm gonna win this. Just acting all crazy. What do you do?
Well, Mike Mincer retired after that night, and he was young. He was only 30, like 32, 33. Frank Zane retired after that because at the time Frank Zane won 3 Olympias in a row, 77 to 79, and then Arnold came in there.
That makes me want to question. Like, obviously, that has to do with a lot of politics of bodybuilding and like judging and all that. I wonder if like bodybuilding is more political now than it was before.
I don't know if it's ever been as political as that show, just because at the time Arnold was already Arnold, like he already done Commander and all, the Predator, all that stuff. But I just don't think there's as big of a one-man show to deem that kind of judging. The only time I guess you could say they kind of did politics, I would think the time Sean Roden beat Phil Heath. I think they were kind of just doing that to kind of take Phil down a step because he wasn't fixing his gut issues.
Bro, I think they could take it there with Chris Bumstead. I could see them taking it there with Chris Bumstead.
Yeah, but I mean, if you just watch the Olympia, I don't think he's really
there's
challenged yet.
If you actually watch the Olympias, he blows the water out of everybody else, but I do think that eventually that it could come down to like an Arnold situation where you have such a popular dude that has always been the guy, and even if you do have somebody that stacks up and looks good compared to him, like Chris will still win just because he's always been that guy, that dude. Like he's always been him.
But like on another hand, I could see Chris, like say Chris won, but he didn't deserve it. I think he does have the humility. Holy crap! I just about hit a person, dude. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I think he has the humility to like announce that, whereas Arnold was so egotistic and basically just a masochist of himself.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying with that.
But like Chris being as humble as he is, and I think he'd come out and be like, this guy deserved it.
I agree with
but that. Do y'all know who Paul Dillette was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't he like the tallest guy bodybuilder? Like
he was around
stage?
6'6". Yeah, he was around 6'6" and weighed like 320 on stage.
Damn. That's crazy.
Well, anyway, him and Lee Priest used to be roommates. The shortest bodybuilder and apparently they got like in a fight, and Lee choked him out and
How
like
tall was he?
knocked him out. Lee Priest is like 5'4", 5'5",
Yeah.
and Paul Dillette's like a foot taller than that.
I gotta check.
Hold on. I'm gonna show you a picture of Paul Dillette. Dude looks like he kind of looks like the Ronnie man with the glasses on.
Bro, he was in there's pictures of him somewhere. They're probably on Google, but they're just of him in suspenders.
Yeah, here, that's it. This is it.
I don't know if you ever heard that song called Big John, but that's just him. Like, that's what it looks like.
Lord have mercy. Is he 5'4" or no?
No, he's 6'.
No, Paul Dillette is like,
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Lee Priest is the shorter
Lee,
guy.
please. Okay.
Another fun fact about Lee Priest is he's the only other person besides Jay Cutler to beat Ronnie Coleman in a show. He beat him at the Wings of Redemption. Like, Wings of Redemption was a show that used to be right after the Olympia, so a lot of the competitors would enter in it just to get a few extra bucks to win a show. You're still in condition, might as well do it.
Short kings.
And Lee Priest beat him.
Bro, Lee Priest had a pretty crazy physique.
Dude, his off seasons were insane. He would bulk up like 60 to 70 pounds.
Yeah, he
Like,
was
just
a dude that would just
eating
get
whatever.
fat.
Yeah, he sure would. And Kevin Levrone was the guy who would just quit working out entirely until the Olympia prep came around. There's like I'm sure y'all have seen the edit of him like posing in those red trunks where he's all shrunken down. That was 16 weeks out from the Olympia, and then you look at him at the Olympia, and it looks like he's put on 40 pounds of lean mass. But he would go completely off cycle, quit training and everything until the Olympia came around.
Hold on, I'm gonna find a picture of him off cycle, off season. Yeah, dude, he's just like a normal guy. Like,
Yeah.
off season. Just like a regular dude. That's crazy.
Well, and now he's like the most popular TikTok edit that there is for bodybuilders. For a good reason. I think Kevin Levrone probably had the best, most muscular that's ever existed.
Bro, the crazy part is people don't even know who like Kevin Levrone is really. Like that. Not as much as like Ronnie or Arnold or
It's just unfortunate for Kevin just because he was competing against like Ronnie, Jay, all these big names. He even competed against Dorian a few times.
yeah. But he competed in a crazy era of bodybuilding. Like probably peak.
Dude, and then a lot of people don't know, but he came out of retirement at like 56. He competed at the Olympia in like I think it was 2013, 2014. I mean, he got destroyed, but he did it. He looked pretty good to be 50, 56, 57 years old.
It's still impressive though for someone that age.
But like, I guess someone I would think that's always underrated would be Dexter Jackson, to be able to compete at the highest level for 20 plus years in a row. Dexter competed against Dorian, and then continued to compete until just a few years ago, and he's 55, and he won the Olympia in 2008, and
Bro.
then kept placing top 4 consistently since then.
Dexter Jackson's symmetry is crazy.
He's got the most pro wins in bodybuilding history right
Really?
now. I think he's got there's got to be like 60 something shows.
But how many of those are how many Olympics has he won? Just one?
Just one, yeah. Couple. I think he's won like 3 Arnolds.
Is Dexter Jackson his nickname the Blade?
Yes, yeah, that's his nickname.
Is he the guy that trains Andrew Jacked?
He's helping him out right now. I think that he only does like he's doing their preps for him. So like he'll train them during a prep.
But we haven't talked about like actual bodybuilding in a long time.
On this podcast, yeah.
It's been a minute.
Dude, did y'all see the video where Samson and Derek Lunsford had a pose off?
Was it inside of a gym?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it. Bro,
Dude, Samson's like 330 right now.
Samson
Still
is
looking
nutty.
aesthetic.
Nutty.
Dude, I had all my money on Nick Walker to win the Arnold. And then Samson just,
Yep.
I mean, I think he deserved it. Honestly, I do.
But he really came out of nowhere.
To me, the Olympia and the Arnold are almost two different like judging categories. I feel like the Olympia is like how freaky can you be, and then the Arnold's like we want you to be freaky but also aesthetic at the same time. Because there's no way Arnold doesn't have a say so in the judging.
Oh yeah, he definitely does.
Arnold Classic. I mean, it's his show. He probably wants someone to represent his show. So, like, I guarantee if someone's more aesthetic, he might nudge the judges one way or another.
It definitely seems a lot more strict.
I definitely still think that Samson did win. I could see Andrew Jack eventually winning either the Olympia or the Arnold, either one. If he just gets a little more mass in his legs and his back. But you got to think, what a lot of people don't know about Andrew is how old he is. He's 40 years old, and he just started bodybuilding 2 years ago. So, I mean, he was already jacked. He's born, and that's actually his last name.
Yep.
But he was already, like, huge. But, I mean, he was only 260 something. But now he's, like, 300 plus easy in the off season.
Bro, it's crazy knowing where Andrew Jack came from back in like the what's his name, Larry Wheels days. Back whenever Larry was like doing crazy feats of strength type stuff, and Andrew Jack was like always kind of in the background, just hanging around.
Bro, he's just like, yes sir.
Bro, he only had like one phrase. It's always yes sir.
Then one of my favorite videos, I have to find it and send it to y'all, is where they had the elastic bands on the bench. And they were taking the bands off, and Larry lets it go, and it just nails Andrew in the nuts.
Yeah, bro. I've seen that.
You just know that's gotta hurt.
Golly. Yo, Andrew's like 6'2", 6'3", isn't he? He's pretty tall.
He's tall. He's super tall. I want to say Samson is, too. I want to say he's like 6 foot plus.
Bro, I really hope bodybuilding does go the direction of, like, that type of tall, broad shoulders, slim waist, like Chris, Samson, Andrew. I love that look so much. A lot more than I like the not necessarily stocky look, but like the shorter like fuller build, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I really like a detailed X frame is really nice, like on stage.
It is, yeah.
Very.
But then again, you do see people like Nick Walker, and they're just so freaky and muscle bound. It's kind of like...
That dude really looks like one of them cows.
Bro, he does.
Actually,
if anybody at home's listening and they want to know what Nick Walker looks at, just look up a Belgian blue. That's Nick Walker. Oh.
Bro, every time you used to send me pictures of him like on Instagram, and I'd be like, bro, what the fuck am I looking at? Like, what is this? But he doesn't even look human.
Oh man. No, not at all.
Belgian blue.
I think the craziest thing about him, what y'all should do real quick, look up his first show.
Oh,
have y'all ever seen the picture?
Hold on. Have you seen the comparison, Dom?
No, I haven't.
You need to see it. He posted it the other day, or yesterday, maybe today actually.
Dom, I want you to think about this. My first show, I looked bigger than Nick Walker did at his first show.
No way.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. I think.
Bro, I remember as soon as that photo came out. It
was nastier than the one he has right now because he just looks disgusting. But now he just looks insane for that. Ew.
Well, he looks gray. Why does he look gray in his first show?
He probably didn't get the professional thing.
True. Bro just walked up there off the street.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I think God just forgot forgot to work out. You know, I think bro just forgot to work out. He didn't get the memo.
They still respect to people. Hold on, like respect. I remember that dude at the bodybuilding show we were in, Gunner, who like very clearly didn't like train to be a bodybuilder.
But yeah,
he was just a dad.
Didn't live that lifestyle.
Yeah, he didn't live that lifestyle, but he still went up there and like had a whole posing routine and everything. Like, dude went up there confident as hell. So
I can't stop looking at it.
Well, it's like that.
Oh my god!
And
look at his 2017.
They tricked their
damn
competition.
Yeah, you cut out there for like another 30 seconds.
Bro, did I really? Hold on, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I always get the best service in the bathroom. Bro, Dom, have you ever heard about the first time that I tanned? Like, for the show? Bro, I'm still cutting out. What the heck? Anyway, it was the coldest experience of my life.
Yeah, you tell him about that.
Yeah, tell me. I want to know.
Yeah, so we got in there, and like I didn't know that they gave you stuff to cover up your willy with, and so I didn't think nothing about it. I just stripped down, got tanned, and kind of found out I was the only one who did it naked, apparently.
Yeah, didn't they tell you that?
Yeah, I asked her too. I was like, "Yo, do I need to like grab a sock or something?" She's like, "No, I don't care." I was like, "Okay, cool, whatever." I got out there. I started talking to Kobe. I was like, "Man, was you uncomfortable?" He's like, "No, they gave me something to cover myself with." I was like, "What? You what?"
Bro, even though they did give me like a damn thong sock for my dick, it still was uncomfortable, dude. That was still mad uncomfortable. The fact that you went in like with nothing at all is hilarious. That's so funny.
Bro, I still like. I don't know. The only reason, like, I've never been naked in front of anyone that I did not know. So, like, Dom, I can only imagine how you felt in the army, dude. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
It was a lady though, wasn't it? Didn't a lady do it?
Yeah, it was a girl. Yeah.
Lucky.
I think he got the younger lady. I think he got the younger woman.
He left.
I got the older one. It was super awkward. The entire time, all she did was like compliment me. But
what?
I mean, not like that. Not like that. I remember she was like, "Your back, oh my god, your back is so big." That's all she said. I mean, maybe like I wasn't reading. Maybe I should have been reading into it. Maybe she's like trying to, make a move or something. But
I think she was. But...
no, but that shit was mad awkward. Like super weird.
He's back.
Not to mention, me and him were both pretty gone the night before and had to wake up at... What time we wake up? Like 6 in the morning?
Dude, it was... So we got like... I think we had to be there at 7:30. And then the show started at like 10.
Oh, man. Yeah. We got to the hotel. What did we... Did they... They tanned us at the hotel the day before, right?
Yeah, and then we, like, while we was there, we had to get weighed. I don't remember what all we had to, like, we got weighed, and then they handed us all the bags and magazines and t-shirts and stuff.
Bro, I remember I went full commando that day. I didn't wear any underwear at all. And whenever they're going to start weighing us, you had to, like, take all your clothes off. And I'm like, dude, I gotta go put on my posing trunks or something. So I'm like the only one. I had to run to the bathroom and put on my posing trunks in the bathroom. Everybody else was there just wearing an underwear.
Dude. I remember I was like, "Timmy, give me an extra large." And he throws me a large. I was like, oh my.
That's dirty. That's dirty. Damn, there it went again. No, but that first show was crazy. Like the first experience, I had to wake up at 7, and the night before we had like no water in our system at all, so we wake up with like dry mouth. Like we had drank the night before. I mean, we're waking up with cotton mouth, can barely even swallow our spit. Have to go to the actual.
Whenever I like get out of them, that I keep freaking swiping up Discord.
You keep just closing the app.
Anyways.
No, that first show was crazy, dude. Like, actually being backstage and when they're setting everything up and the directors are like telling you where to go, when you're going, what you have to do.
I bet your heart is like,
dude, yeah,
coming out of your chest, bro.
Bro, nothing is.
And me as a nervous person, I think I ain't gonna lie. I'll keep freaking out like crazy.
Yeah, I just keep I just double click to like get out of it or something. I remember we went out there one time and we got compared. Am I still breaking up?
No. But Don was talking and then you were like talking and breaking up over the top of him.
And then you just started talking about the show.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Don.
No,
what did you actually say, for real?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I said like if that was me, well, until I do my first show, actually, I would be like freaking out. I think I'd pass. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm a very nervous person and I shake too much, and I would probably forget everything once I get up there.
Bro, it's nerve-wracking as hell. Like when they call your division to go up on stage or your class to go up on stage, you have to stand there in line with everybody because you're in order from your number. Your number that you have in your pants, you're in order from least to greatest or greatest to least, whatever.
Yeah. And
then after that division's up, they go over the intercom or whatever and they say, next up, whatever classic division, open, men's physique. You go out there, they all line you up, and that's when you first start your first front relax pose. And then they'll start moving you around. Number 17, you and number 6 swap places and stuff like that. And I swear, in the moment, you will forget everything. The first time, at least, you will forget everything.
Like all that practice.
Dude, you know what I just forgot until we just now started talking about it was when the show first started, every single competitor went out on stage, like right at first.
Yeah.
I remember, like, Kobe, we should have, we were just in the back. It was pretty much just me and Kobe posing to each other.
I got a picture of us. I'll send it.
Bro, that might be the only
Yeah, here
picture
they are.
we got on stage together because we were so far apart.
Let's see. I got these 4. I'll send. How was it with Gunner? Were you nervous going up? Like super nervous?
I was when we first went out, and then I was nervous when I had to do the routine. But like while we was doing comparisons and stuff, I wasn't.
Well, I think I was nervous the whole time, pretty much. Even back, like I wasn't like shaky nervous, but it was noticeable because I remember that one of the judges in the morning show, they whenever we were leaving, dude told me like, dude, you gotta stop being so nervous or something like that. And I was like, I mean, that sounds a lot easier said than done, but I'll do my best. And the crazy part is, they didn't even do comparisons at night, did they? All they did was your placings.
They did. No, they did. They did the comparisons at night.
Oh,
I remember I went out there. I remember we went out there, and then they called you back. I was like, oh, let's go. I remember freaking out. But that's like what was. I mean, like I know I didn't like get a medal or nothing, but like I was just so hyped the whole time. It was just it was a super fun experience.
It was genuinely fun to do. Like this, regardless, huh?
There's a bunch of old people.
Yeah, there's older people, younger people, women, old women.
Dude, I remember they came in there and they were like, "Who's got WAP?" That's posing music.
Oh yeah.
That old body guy had WAP as his posing music.
No way.
I swear.
Shut up.
Hold on. Let me
Dude,
just
no,
look at
it's
the picture. No, he really did. He had to change it.
dude. That you remember that older lady that done like the whole breakdance routine?
Yeah,
She's like I met her again at the Olive Branch one, and her Instagram is Layla Muscle Tech, and I think her nickname's like the female Sylvester Stallone or something. She looks just like him, but dude, she is jacked.
Look how small we are compared. Okay, look at the two guys behind us while we're walking down on stage, and look how small we are. Look at their delts. You think they're juicing?
Yeah, I was only 163, dude.
Dude,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Look how small we were.
Dude, no, you look good, dude. It's how small
Dude,
I am.
no, dude, I was like skinny,
Y'all were so skinny, bro.
bro.
Dude, that's what happens when you cut naturally.
You know what's crazy,
Yeah.
Kobe? Like, you know what's crazy is like how far you've come. Like you were. I'm sorry, you were ginormous, and that's the skin. Is that the skinniest like you've ever been?
Yeah, 193, I think, was my weight.
Damn.
Bro, Gunner, you looked really good. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I seriously don't know how you did not place. I don't know how you didn't get a medal.
Dude,
I don't know how you didn't get a medal.
It was just bad. Like, I just did not hit the poses like I should have. I remember being up there just overthinking every pose. Like, I'm just like, oh, should I do this? Should I do that?
Do you mean in the morning or at night?
I think I messed up more in the morning, and I got a little better at night. But I mean, the judging takes place in the morning. So
I definitely messed up in. I don't even know if I have.
See, like even that side chest right there, I should have had my left shoulder out way more and like had my left pec. I look like so skinny right there because I wasn't twisted.
Yeah.
Hold on, I want to find the first
Here's
picture of me.
Here's a pic from like the day before. That's pretty lean.
Your hamstrings, though, dang. Your legs.
I don't know what it is, but it's like the pictures on the stage doesn't do how like shredded we were justice. Like you can't.
You look good in that one.
Bro, this is probably my most shredded. I'll show y'all this picture. It's probably the most shredded I was, and this was like a couple days after. Let me find it.
No, that one in Fitness Factory, y'all look good, for real.
Bro, that picture right there is probably like when I was the most defined.
Gunner, you were skinny back in the day.
Gunner, do you remember that picture that I just sent you?
Bro,
you remember who took that?
Did I take that?
Yeah, you did take that.
Bro, we gotta.
I got a video of you posing on my phone somewhere. It's in my Snapchat memories one at Total Body.
Is that Total Body and Ripley?
It is. Can't you tell by the amazing lighting?
That's what I thought. I think we should go back there one. Again.
That's when we first met Jace, and he taught us how to pose.
I remember Terry came over. He's like, "Yo, we're hiding something under those shirts."
Bro, that's one of the best compliments I've ever gotten. Yo, we're hiding something.
We need to go find that guy.
For real. Hopefully he's good.
He's like a gym legend. So I remember as soon as we walked in, Jace was like, "Look, we don't care about nothing here. You can take your shirt off. You can play music for a speaker." Yeah. He's like, "We don't care." The whole reason we even got in there is because Kobe found a $20 bill on the ground and then gave it back to him. He's like, somebody must have dropped this, and they're like, because like they were leaving, they were about to close.
Yep, they're closing
and Jace said, he's like, "Since you did that, y'all get to work out for free today."
Yes, sir.
He's like, well, and then they showed us where the light switches were. They're like, "If y'all leave, turn out the lights."
Yeah, bro was just showing us around the gym where everything was. Okay, dude. Come on.
Just for $20.
Trying to get these pictures to send.
Bro, we had to wiggle our way into the Mecca too. I kept texting the owner, and she never like would reply. So then some dude, I still got him on Instagram. His name's Javil. He came and let us in. He's like, I just put $10 on the counter. I was like, all right.
You have to call her. She always answers me.
You said she never answers you? She always answers you.
Always.
Bet she does.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, the Total Body Championships is in Tupelo, August 12th, I think. Like it's sooner than it was the previous years.
Yep. And it's a pro show this year. First pro show in Mississippi.
Pro show and Olympia qualifier. So
is it not gonna be in Tupelo? No, it is, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Are we going?
Hell yeah. I would like to go to the morning show and the evening show.
I'm gonna be there all day.
I think it's like $30 for the morning, and then like $35-40 for the evening.
That ain't bad.
No, it's not. It's not horrible.
If I remember,
I think Ivan's doing it.
Hey.
I hope he is.
Dude, what is crazy? So I don't know if Ivan, and hopefully he doesn't listen to this, but dude, his last year's appearance compared to the year he competed, he got second the year he competed with us. He got 7th last year.
Really?
Like, if you look at the pictures, it was just because of his conditioning. Like, I don't know if he got a new coach. Like, I don't know what happened, but he was just not the same dude that competed the year. Because I still go back on npcnews.com and keep up with some of the guys that competed with us and just look at their pictures and stuff. But I mean,
bro,
I don't know what happened.
I want to see the pictures of him from last year. I haven't seen.
Yeah, if you just go on the Total Body's website and then go to the 2022 show, you can see his name and just click on his name, and it'll take you to the NPC. Like our pictures are still on NPC.com. I got horrible pictures of me, but they're on there. I'm trying to find this video. I know I took this video of you posing. You was posing to Drake's Jungle.
I think I have that video. Total Body.
Picked a really good song too.
Bro, I've had my next routine song picked out. I just never put anything to it, but it's just a remix of that freaking Willy Wonka song. I don't know why I can't think of the stinking name of it.
I'm still trying to for my posing up. I don't like the new like a new pose that I can like transition to. I got a video of it one day.
True.
Dude, that side tricep you posted looked really good.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah. The one you just posted the other day.
I appreciate it.
Bro, you're welcome.
I started using like cinematic when I take videos when I pose.
Oh.
And I just screenshot it and make it more like clear.
RIP to a legend.
Who?
Look at the group chat. Bet you don't even know who that is.
Probably not. Oh, you talked about him. You have a picture of him in your wallet.
That's George Peterson.
George Peterson, yes.
Dude, it was so crazy when I got there because nobody was talking to him, and it's probably because he was eating a meal, so I didn't want to like really bother him. But he was sitting in a corner on this back machine, and he looks up at me, and he's like, "You trying to use this?" I was like, "Nah, dude, can I get a picture with you?" He's like, "Absolutely." So he put his meal like down, and then like proceeded like we talked for at least 5 minutes, and then some other people came up. But he was telling me how he was gonna move to 212, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Bro, I can't find his pictures.
Kai Green though, I don't know how I don't know, like we wasn't even allowed to take pictures with Kai because I mean people still did, but like I didn't just because at the time he was still like under contract with another company, so he couldn't be pictured in a Redcom 1 hoodie. because he wasn't officially signed until like the next week or something. Yet he was still wearing the hoodie. Bro, this was supposed to be a bodybuilding iceberg. It's actually a weekend warriors iceberg.
Bro, compared, yeah, you're not wrong. Like, no disrespect to my boy Ivan, but he was not in the same condition he was the year we competed. I remember how like seeing him in person, I was like, he looks so fucking dense of like just muscle.
Yep. Dom, you should you need to meet Ivan or speak to him. I remember because me and Kobe was the only two people in like the green room, the waiting room, who were like practicing in the mirror. And then Ivan jumped in there with us and we were like, yo, what are we doing? We might have made a mistake.
Bro, first place though looked crazy.
Last year? Yeah. Dude, last year, if you look at last year's show, the guy who won Classic could have won Open. If you look at the Open winner, he could have destroyed him. Don, I want to see if I can't find you a picture. I'm going to send you a picture of Ivan real quick. Or I'll just send you his Instagram, actually.
I hate it when my protein shake does it like mix. Good.
You just gotta down it.
That's crazy.
Now I taste the powder all over my mouth.
Do you use your Cyclops subs, Dom?
Yeah. I ran out of pre-workout though.
Is that like who you exclusively use?
But
for
GNC,
everything?
yeah, it is. But GNC is selling alpha.
Dom, check the Instagram group chat. I sent you a video of Ivan. It looks like he's in prep right now.
Yeah, I think he is competing in the total body. I think he is.
I thought Ivan would be like a little older. He sounds older.
Dude, he's like younger than me and has like a kid. Well,
bro, you got a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, he goes to the Lighthouse Gym over there in Raleigh, Mississippi.
He's a super chill dude.
I really want to go to that gym. I think Kobe would love it.
Dude, that's like close to Jackson, though.
Yeah,
it's like 3 hours away.
Boys, we need to have a leg day together.
Hell no.
Dude, we do.
Hell yeah.
No, we don't.
Oh, boys, I forgot to tell y'all. Cade's going back to the Army. Got approved.
I think you told me that, but I don't know if Don knew.
Cade,
I think he leaves like next week, ain't he?
Really? He was in it before?
He was in the Marine Corps, and then he busted his knee open, tore his MCL, PCL, ACL, meniscuses.
All of that shit.
And so
all the L's. I know he ain't gonna listen to this, dude, but Dom, you just don't know, dude. Every single, and I mean, I love Cade to death. He's the guy. He got me in the gym. He's the person who got me started, and I'd be eternally grateful to him for it. But every freaking leg day, I would be like, "Hey, you gonna hit legs with us?" He's like, "No, dude, my knee. I tore my MCL, my PCL. I had the speech memorized at one time because he told me all the things he tore in his knee, and he said that every single day. Tore my MCL, PCL. Lateral and bisolateral meniscus. I'm like, okay.
Bro definitely knows the full anatomy of his knee, though. I know that much. So what do y'all think about the Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg?
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's gonna be good.
Have you seen that Elon Musk started his training today?
Yeah, with Lex Friedman.
Wait,
is he? Oh, he is. That's awesome.
What about Jake Paul and Nate Diaz?
Dude, what's so funny is they got Jake Paul and Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz would kick his ass.
Dude, that's not until like later this year in October. They're hopping that fight up way too early. People are gonna lose interest. But anyway, yeah, I think Elon Musk is crazy enough to like be in the gym 8 hours a day and just train. If he puts as much time in MMA as he does into Tesla and SpaceX, dude, he might be the GOAT. by the end of it.
Bro, he's definitely autistic enough. You know that video you sent the other day? Like the greatness. Like the coach said, I look for autism and not like, I don't know, willpower.
Bro, how did he say that? He's like, look, if you can get a fighter, like let me watch the video.
That was. Oh, here it is.
You have the right mix. I call it the Goldilocks zone. If you have the right mix of autism and steroids, you are guaranteed, 100% guaranteed to become a world champion. And that's the thing, is that people are focusing on steroids, but really as a world-class coach, you really want to attract people with autism, because you can give anyone steroids. Despite our best efforts, we've yet to give anyone autism. If you have the...
You can give anyone steroids.
Despite our best efforts, we have not successfully gave anyone autism.
Anti-vaxxers disproven. Just from that statement.
Oh my goodness, dude! What about RHK? How do y'all feel about him being jacked?
I saw that picture of him the other day.
What if he just gets up there on the debate platform and just knocks Joe Biden out?
Bro, what if he just takes his shirt off and just starts posing?
Dude, you could assassinate Joe Biden with a punch. I swear.
Bro, if he trips the wrong way, he's definitely is done. If he tripped, it's over.
That's like when he fell down the stairs. He's lucky he was walking up. If he was walking down and fell, dude, it's been over.
Bro, it's a wrap. But we're assuming he's still alive, like, and hasn't just been replaced by some doppelganger.
Dude, he could have been. I don't know. Who do y'all think would have won between, like, let's say they start picking presidents based off a cage fight? I think RHK, he's got it.
Oh yeah. Bro, I'd like to see. I would like to see him actually win. What side is he running on? Republican, I assume.
I actually don't know.
Surely not like.
I mean, JFK was a Democrat.
Yeah, but Democrat has, from those days, has like lost its meaning entirely, for the most part.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if he. No, he's a Democrat. He's a Democrat.
Really?
Yeah. He's just against vaccines, and that's where they. Because I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, there's a lot of. I guess I kind of want to speak carefully, but like as soon as vaccines kind of hit it big, like with the polio and malaria and shingles, chickenpox, stuff like that. Whenever they started being like not really mandated, but whenever they were given to children at birth, starting in like the 80s, autism just freaking skyrocketed, and down to just mental disabilities went through the roof. And he believes there is a correlation to that.
Oh, so he does believe in.
Oh yeah, he's a big anti-vaxxer. Not the COVID vaccine. All vaccines.
All vaccines. Damn, I didn't know that part. Man, I missed out on that on the podcast. But I mean, I see what he's saying. Like the correlation, there is a correlation, but that doesn't mean.
Yes, but I mean at the same time, sugar and processed foods and everything bad for you also skyrocketed after the 80s. That's when the sugar industry just absolutely took off. And I'm not saying that has anything to do with freaking autism. I don't know, but it definitely has to do with the massive increase of cardiac arrest and strokes and everything else.
Heart problems, for real. Period. I want to ask y'all guys a question before we end the podcast.
Yes.
All right, so it's a hypothetical. Let's see. I already have a feeling I know how Don's gonna react to this. I'm like, what? I can't believe you said that. All right. If you had an exact clone of yourself, it's an exact copy of you right now, and you had sex with it, would that be masturbation?
Can't believe I just kidding. Gunner, you go first.
Would it be? Hold on. Would it be masturbation and
Hold
would
on,
it be
I gotta
gay?
think. No, it wouldn't be gay. It's you. Right? It would be like...
Explain. Just talk. Would it be masturbation? Question mark. And would it be gay? Question mark.
Oh, man.
To have sex with an exact clone of yourself.
So if you had to bang an exact clone of yourself,
Not that you had to. You don't have to.
could I just get orally pleased by myself?
You could. Yeah. That's an option.
I feel like that would be less gay, but also masturbation.
Yeah, I think it's masturbation. Honestly, it's like fucking yourself. You know.
I was like, think if I was a mutant in X-Men and I could just duplicate myself like that one dude, why wouldn't you? I mean, it's you.
What if, okay, so it's not gay and it is masturbation.
Look,
that's what
we've all learned it's only gay if you're gay. If you don't identify as gay, therefore it's not gay.
Facts. I'm glad you said it.
Here we go again.
Doms, how do you feel about that? Is it gay if you're not gay? But never on the podcast though. Bro, we gotta record this audio and post it to the Instagram.
Is it gay if you're not gay? So,
can you commit a gay act but not identify as gay?
Can you suck one dick
It's
and
like
not be gay?
Yes.
What? Okay.
Exactly.
Not your own, not your clones, somebody else's.
I'm pretty sure that's
Some dude comes up to you and is like, "Hey, give me head. Give me head. I'll give you $100."
Bro, I'll ask Austin right now.
Don't say that shit. Don't say that shit.
Don't say that.
Bro, don't say that. Bro, you're gonna get a "hey you up" text, bro.
Bro, he's gonna send me ASL.
God, bro. Oh, no hate. That's fucking hilarious, though. No, but seriously, $100.
Gotta remember what he said in the mountains.
Bro, don't bring that shit
I
up.
don't. I wiped that from my memory. Dumb.
What are you talking about?
To be honest, I don't remember a lot of things from that trip.
That's true.
But my answer would be no. I would say, like, look, if you see, like, okay, as a dude, right, lesbians are hot. That's just double the women, right? Without the guy. So to me, if it's okay for them, why couldn't it be okay for us? Now, I'm not gay, and I don't plan on experimenting in any way. You know what I mean.
He's coming to defend himself.
I'm just saying. I think it's not gay if you just experiment a little bit. However,
okay.
No,
Hold on. Where is that threshold crossed? How many dicks do you have to suck before you're gay, bro?
No.
as soon as you realize if you like it or not.
No. Okay.
Once you realize, hey, I like this, then you might be gay. But if you're like, you know what, this just isn't for me.
Bro, so you're telling me you're gonna like willingly give like a guy willingly gives another guy head, and the entire time they're just like, I fucking hate this shit, just like gagging on it and everything, bro. I think, bro, that's a little gay, bro. I'm not gonna lie,
bro.
Gunner,
it's like on The
Sopranos. Worried about me, but I think I'm worried about you, man.
Bro, it's like on The Sopranos when Tony was in therapy and she's like, "How can you hate a gay person?" She's like, "You've been in jail before, right?" And he's like, "Well, you get a pass for that." You know what I mean? Like,
because you just had to get what you could get.
Exactly. It's like, look, none of us have ever been that desperate. None of us have ever been that desperate, so we can't say nothing.
Wait,
however, I'm not gay. So I don't know.
So hold on, let's just run it back real quick. So you're saying some gay activities comes out of like desperateness.
I would think so. Like if you look, when I was 13, if I found a hole, you know what I mean. So it's like as a man, if you get so desperate that there's only one hole, like what else are you gonna do? I'm not saying I would. I'd probably just shoot myself at that point. But some people, I could imagine, who are not gay, would involve themselves in gay activities.
Yeah, I've
Not me. Maybe Dom.
I mean, maybe these are like, you know, I mean, you've heard stories of like married men like having sex with a dude, like cheating on their wife with a guy.
Yeah,
like you've heard of stories like that before. So like, what if their wife's just like not giving them any at all? I don't know why they wouldn't go to a woman though. But I mean, maybe he just has no game and can't spit game to a woman or something.
Look, dude, I'm just saying. Have you ever been hit on by a gay guy?
Yeah,
bro, they will hype you, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. They will hype you up.
I mean, they give you the best compliments ever, but then they're like super. They'll be really
creepy about it.
Yeah, they're really creepy about it. But then
bro,
it's like, bro. Then I look at myself and I'm like, do I fucking talk to women like that?
Bro, I don't talk to women. Period. So.
Yeah, that's your own set of problems you got right there. Like, would I come off super creepy to a woman if I'm like hyping them up and I'm like, if they turn me down, I keep like pushing for it. Not saying I even do that, but like, I've probably done that before when I was younger.
Bro, that's what I'm gonna do to my kid. I'll probably do it to your kid too. I'm gonna hype them up for something that they definitely can't do, but I'm gonna tell them they can. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like if they want to jump off a cliff or something.
Dude, please
be like, hell yeah, you can do
that. Please don't do that. Now I know to not keep my child around you, Gunner.
Bro, Uncle Gunner's gonna come through, I swear.
Bro, Kel's already gonna be fucking wild. I already know he's gonna be crazy.
Bro, Kel's gonna be like, hey, you ever wanted to be a gardener? 'Cause I got trees.
Shit.
Oh no.
Bro, your child's gonna grow up around the most insane group. I swear. It'll be good for it though. Listen, like your kid's gonna have so many stories to tell in school. It's gonna be like you won't believe what my dad's friends did.
She really will. Like actually.
Bro, your child. It's first 4th of July, and me and Kel shoot the fireworks, dude. Oh, it's on.
She's gonna be cool as fuck. That's all I know.
Bro, she will be. Dude, I'm like excited for you. Like, I mean, I might be excited for me just because my cousin's having a kid, my brother's having a kid, and my best friend's having a kid. So I'm gonna have 3 babies that I'm gonna have to like
take a picture with all of them at once.
Bro, for real. Call myself the Godfather.
Bro, okay, so I've got one more question for y'all, and then we can end the podcast. So one more hypothetical.
But I got one for y'all too.
Okay.
After this one.
Okay, so would y'all rather give the first 90% of a blowjob?
Oh God.
Or finish the last 10%?
I don't want to.
Oh, give me the 90. I'm not taking that in my mouth.
I'm not answering that.
Oh, just answer. What do you mean you're not answering it? You didn't even answer the first question.
90%.
You don't even participate. As administrator of this Discord server, I'm kicking you out.
Okay.
Bro, if you take the 90% and then decide you don't like it, you're not gay. If you take the load, you're gay.
Okay. Let's say it only lasts a minute. That first 90% is only lasting 50 seconds. But those last 10 seconds you have, and the last 3 seconds of those 10 seconds is just going to be you getting jizz on your mouth, bro.
Do I have to swallow?
No, there's not even a stipulation to like say it has to go in your mouth or anything. Like, it's just the first 90% or the last 10%. Do you want to finish them off or do you want to get him there?
No, I think it's even more gay if you finish a guy off.
I think I'd say the exact same thing. If you finish someone off, dude.
I think finishing a guy off is 10 times gayer, man.
I say the first 90% for sure.
Yeah.
Cause that first 90%, bro, I'm like, you're not gonna like it. I promise. You're not gonna fucking like it, bro. Like, I'm gonna like
probably just bite him. So,
I'm gonna like abuse you, dude.
You definitely ain't
That
ever
shit gonna
gonna
be painful. Yeah, you'll never want anything from me ever again. I can guarantee that. So Dom, you said the first 90?
Yeah.
Go to your first 92.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm glad we all agree on that. Okay, hold on. Let's. I meant to ask y'all another question with the previous one.
All right.
Is having sex with your clone incest?
If you have a kid,
What?
it's not incest until you have a kid.
That'll make sense still. No, I don't think. No, I don't think it's incest. It's just
Wait.
It's you.
If there was a perfect clone of you as a female and you had a kid, would it just be another you?
It would be really mutilated and fucked up.
No, you gotta think about it. No, for real. Like, if you had a kid with yourself, like you just mixed your own chromosomes and your own DNA, would it just be another you? If a clone and a clone had a baby, would it just be another version of that clone?
Bro, it'd be like an Eldritch abomination coming out, dude. They would come out with tentacles or something. I don't even want to know what happened there. Bro, I think that's incest, though. I think having sex with yourself would be incest.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, just because, like, if your chromosomes and your DNA are too close, it's bound to have problems, like a child. It happens all the time. It's like that family in West Virginia where the one guy can only speak by barking, like a dog.
You say that family like there's not several of those families in West Virginia.
Bro, there's several of those families here.
Just in West Virginia?
I can name a few of them, actually. But
Same. But we won't do that. Anyway, Gunnar, say your question so we can finish it.
bro, this one's more serious, so I feel bad for asking about. I like the bull questions now. Anyway, what's the biggest challenge you've ever faced in your life? Something that you've had, like something Kobe can't say having a child because he hasn't went through that whole process yet. Or Dom can't say, well, Dom could say being in the military, I guess, but like it has to be something that you've gone through and completed, like you've got through it. What's been the biggest challenge?
I really,
Who answers this first? Who'll say it?
I mean, I already know my answer, but
Wait, okay.
You just say yours. You just say yours, Gunnar. Go ahead.
So mine, I guess, would be finding out that it's okay to be alone, like getting to the point where I could just be happy alone and like not needing attention or love from not really love, I would say, but like needing the affection from another person. Like it's nice and it's great and I do like it, but like I'll tell you, a couple months ago, I finally got to the point where it's like it's okay to be alone, and it's not like a bad thing. Like you can still be happy and have a good time, and like I mean, I go out to restaurants and I go out to the movies, and I do a lot of stuff alone. Would I rather do it with someone? Yes, but it's not gonna end my life to be alone. I think that was the biggest challenge from like 15 all the way to 21. That was probably the biggest thing that haunted me. But I think I finally like kind of got that under control.
First off, I think that's awesome that you've conquered that.
Bro, and of course stuff like this podcast, it helps because like I always have something to like. It's like focusing on things outside of myself. So like Kobe having a kid brings me tremendous joy. Like it just does, just because he's one of my closest friends and he's having a kid, and hopefully I'll be around to be in that kid's life, and then seeing Dom, he's got a new job, seeing Dom in the military, seeing Dom being successful in his life, like stuff like that has started bringing me joy. So like I've really tried to look at what's outside of my life to bring me joy instead of what's what's going on in my life, just because my life is full of work and the gym, and that's pretty much it. And the gym's amazing. I do love it, but like, I mean, I'll get so caught up sometimes in just what I'm doing that I'll forget to see, you know. And you used to, and the whole reason I even got off social media for the longest time was to avoid seeing what other people are doing because it would make me feel bad. But now it's kind of having the reverse effect on myself where I'm seeing all these people living good lives, and it makes me happy. So I don't really know what's going on in my brain, but like I've had a total mental shift of what brings me happiness right now. But yeah, I would say being okay with, I'm not even going to say alone, but just being okay with where I'm at in the moment is probably the biggest
like
thing.
Being content, you mean?
Yeah, just being content with where I'm at in my life. And I mean, I have goals and I haven't gave up on those goals, but I'm not going to sit here and try to, I'm not trying to be famous or a millionaire or anything like that. Just being content with where I'm at is like the biggest thing for me right now. I think I finally got to that point.
That's awesome. I have a question for you though.
Okay.
That's great that you like actually do find joy and peace. Like,
but now, like my life's not perfect. I mean, there's some days I freaking,
that's the best part about it though. Is like you realize you realize your life's not perfect, but you're also content with it not being perfect. Like, I still think that's an awesome part of it. But I want to ask you, Gunnar, hold on. Did you put yourself in the situation of you living in Florence by yourself and working in Corinth, like in an area you don't really even know anybody like that? Did you do that on purpose to kind of like push yourself in the direction of being like content and at peace with being alone like that?
So, I mean, I'll tell you the honest reason that I've kind of set my life up the way it is. Because I moved very far away on purpose, and my job is far away on purpose. Because if my life is not as busy as possible, then I will hate myself. Like and this is gonna sound crazy. I can't stand freaking Saturdays and Sundays when nothing's happening.
Yeah. Because
I just know that I'm probably just going to either drink or smoke all day and be just miserable. So, like, for me, being super busy and at work or in the gym or at church, just something, anything to get my mind off myself, I like. And I don't like it, but it's what's best for me. It's best for myself to be as busy as possible. So, like, waking up early to drive to work. So, leaving most people leave for work 10 minutes before they have to be there. I'll leave for work an hour and a half before I have to be there.
Yeah.
And it takes me an hour and a half to get home. So, like, for my schedule, that works, though, because I wake up, I go to work, I go to sleep. As soon as I get home, I'm pretty much either making a meal and for a rest day, or if I'm not going home, I'm leaving work and going straight to the gym. Like, luckily today was a rest day, which I set it up that way for the podcast. But so, like, last night or yesterday, my day was like, wake up 8:30, leave the door by 10:30 to be at work on time at 12, work till 8, get off at 8, go straight to the gym, get there at like 9:30, work out till 11:30, go home, shower, go straight to bed. And I mean, that's just the healthiest thing for my life.
You have a routine set. You like routines. You don't like downtime.
I don't. I cannot stand downtime.
You feel like you need to do something.
And that's why Saturday, I mean, Sunday's fine because I go to church on Sunday. I hang out with the family. But I can't stand Saturdays. Saturdays, I literally, unless we're doing something, like with the boys that I have to look forward to, I freaking hate Saturdays just because I literally do nothing. And it makes me so mad because all I can do is go to the gym. And then once I get done with the gym, I'm like, well, now what?
Yeah, I feel you.
But that's another thing that's helped me a lot is just being busy. And like, I'm not like sitting here like, oh, I love work. I love going to work. I love being busy. I don't. It's just like what's best for me to do. So I do it knowing that it's going to benefit me in the long run.
Exactly.
But that, yeah.
And you gotta do what's best for you.
Dude, I've even tried. Like other day, I got contacted by a company that a friend recommended me to for a new job, and they told me it was work from home. And I was like, no, I can't do that. I cannot do that.
That sounds miserable.
Because I just couldn't. Like I wouldn't be able to focus on work at all.
I know people that could do that. Like some people would be totally content with working from home. A lot of people would actually.
Yeah, and I think I say new job. I've literally been there for a year now, but I like helping people is just so awesome because used to when I worked in customer service, everybody had a problem, and for some reason I was the contributor to that problem when I wasn't. So like working in service, when everybody would come up to you mad as a hornet, and then they act like you're supposed to be able to solve that problem, and you can't. It's just horrible. So like it being a locksmith and being able to help people who have lost their keys or got locked out of their house or just anything along those lines, it's amazing because at the end of my job, everybody's always happy because they got what they want. So nobody's ever mad at me. Like it's good on my soul. It feels good to like for people not to be freaking angry at me all day. And I think that's another thing that's helped a lot.
A non-toxic work environment sounds awesome.
For real.
Dumb.
Because at the end of my job, everybody's always happy because they either can start their car now or they can get in their house or just something like that. Anyway, sorry to take up so much time.
Good.
No,
it's good that you're
beautiful.
content and at peace, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah,
That's kind of. I kind of want to end it there because I don't think me and Dom are going to give a better speech than that. I'll be honest.
And I don't want to seem like my life is perfect because it's not at all. Like I mean, I just make work with what's given to me.
Nah, I get you.
Bro, y'all still have to answer the question though.
It's all God's plans.
Listen, if somebody listens this long, they're going to listen to the end of it. If they're not going to listen this long, they probably stopped at 10 minutes. So I mean, you might as well just keep going. I want to hear y'all's answers.
Dom,
Me?
do you want to go?
I guess it's like the same thing what I've always been telling y'all. It's just like my biggest struggle is like finding myself again. Because y'all know last summer I was god awful. I was terrible. Probably one of the worst persons I ever was. I was drinking every day, technically like smoking every once in a while though. Barely went to church, didn't care about work. I just right after work I would literally just leave and go drink and drive and stuff like that. I would just find an excuse just to drink. I'll go party and all that, because I was lost. I felt like I had no one beside me. No one had my back. I had no friends and all that. But then and then I went to this like little retreat thing. I was forced to go, but I was like, let's just go and all that. And during that's when I really like found myself. Well, I started to find myself, and then after the retreat, I still like went back to my like how I was before, and it just kept going. And then I also got asked to be the youth group leader, but I remember the one that runs the church said, "But you got to stop your bad habits." And in my head, I was like, I cannot do that. Like that, this is really hard for me and all that. But after a while, it really did take some time, and more that I kept studying on this like youth group stuff, it's helped me more and more because like I finally found God in my life, and like He's guided me through everything. Like so far, I'm probably the best version of myself that I've ever been. I never get angry no more. I'm never sad anymore. I'm always happy now. I'm always vibing. I'm just here living life, and just, all because of Him. Like literally, like He. I guess like where I would say this is like one of my favorite verses is on my Instagram bio. Psalms 40, verse 2. Like he lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mirror, and he set my feet on a rock and gave me a firm place to stand. That firm place is like my happiness. Like I'm finally where I'm at now. I'm finally like I'm happy where I'm at right now. Yeah, I'm just happy where I'm at right now. I got a good job. I'm in the army. I'm working out. I'm going to school now. That's a big difference. Like I don't study or anything.
But you got
And
two of the best friends.
yeah, I got Gunner and Kobe. And that too, I met a lot of really good people. Like my friends from Mayuka, Ashton, LeBron, and Trey and Steven. Like I met them and they've helped me a lot. We always talk about God and the Bible and stuff all the time, and that like motivates me more all the time. Really, just I guess like same thing with you. I learned that you're never alone. You have your friends, but most importantly, you still got God by your back, behind your like. He's got your back because he's never gonna leave you. Oh, the only thing is like you turn your back away from him, but he's still there for you. He's just waiting for you. Like God doesn't leave you alone. You just walk away from him. And like when I finally came back and finally found him, that's when like my happiness was. I found myself, and like that was the biggest challenge. Was like trying to find myself, find who I really was, and find like what I wanted to do in my life. And now I'm right here with like what I just said, like a good job, going to school, military, and I'm running a youth group. And I would say I'm pretty successful in that. It takes time to learn everything, but most importantly, it's just I'm happy. That's all that matters. And
Absolutely, amen.
and I'm here just vibing and just letting God hold my hand and guide me.
Yeah, I'll be honest, dude. Cool. I've noticed a big change in your demeanor since I don't know. I want to say, when did we meet? When did me and you meet?
Last year.
When last year?
I don't even know. I know it was in the no, it wasn't. It was like I want to say it was the start of the year. It was like January because that's when I asked you to help me during my cut.
Yeah,
and it was in February. Yeah,
early this year.
Early last year.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's been over a year now.
Yeah, look at the group chat. This is how bad I was back in the day. And I got home like that.
Damn. Yes, dude. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to say. I've noticed such a huge difference in your demeanor because I remember you used to post all kinds of fucking crazy shit on your stories.
Sad shit.
Of you like drinking and driving and like high and all kinds of stuff. Like, I understand you're like going through it and down bad, and that's kind of like your own fight you have to go through. But you've been through it already. Like you've been through it, and here you are on the other side of it. Yeah. And I want to say, like, I am super proud of you for like actually getting through that and like kind of becoming the person you want to be. You know?
Yeah, and like I really try to teach that a lot to my youth group because I really. Most importantly for my brother, I don't want those kids to do the same thing what I went through. Like I don't want them to take the wrong path like I did. Like I want exactly them to take the right path where God is telling them to go. Like for example, like I remember my preacher, Father Mario, said like God is like a GPS. He's gonna tell you where to go. But if you meet a random person and they tell you, "Oh, go this way," it's faster, it's easier, roads are smoother. Who are you gonna take? Are you gonna take the GPS where it's like exactly telling you where it's going, or are you gonna take the guy that telling you to go this way, but he's not really sure and all that? You're gonna take the GPS. Obviously, you're gonna take God's path because you'll get there safer and you'll get there easier, more easier and more like. You'll know exactly where you're going because it's in the GPS and it's also God. So that's how he described it, and I've always thought about that.
Okay, Don, that makes me want to ask y'all a question, just because I've been struggling with this recently. If you had a family member, and I mean nobody, my family is listening to this, so I guess I can ask. So like, if your little brother was like stepping down the unforgiving path that you was, how would you approach that to tell him not to, although you did, so it's like hypocritical of you to say don't do that.
You can relate to it though. You can like talk to him about it. You can be like, look, I know what you're doing. I've been through it, and I don't want you to be me. I don't want you to take the same path that I did.
But see, like the thing is, the Bible says not to criticize that of which you are guilty of.
Hold on,
how can I criticize something that I'm guilty of?
I don't think you're going to be able to stop somebody like that from going down that path. But when you were going down that path, did you have somebody's shoulder to like lean on when you were going through it? Now, I think if somebody else is going through that, you could be that shoulder that they lean on. Because if you've been down that dark path, you probably haven't. If you went all the way through it and you haven't had nobody, you can at least be that support because you've been through it before. Like, you're not going to stop. You can't stop them. Like, the person's going to do what they want to do anyway. That's just how I feel about it.
Bro, see, and that's what I've been. I'm like, look, if you ever need anything, call me. If you ever need a ride, call me. If you can't drive, call me. Look, like, I'm not. And I feel so bad for telling them, like, no, don't do that, don't do that, don't do this. And I can't say that. Like, I just can't because it'd be, and the last thing I want to be is a hypocrite.
You're not being a hypocrite or you're not criticizing or anything. You're just
it's 100%.
I don't think.
I feel like you're just helping them out. You're just like telling like don't like.
You're trying to advise.
Yeah, you're trying to advise. Like, you just don't want him to do the same thing you did because you can teach him that. You can tell him like, look, I did it. I was not happy at all. Okay,
but like here's the thing. A lot of the stuff that I have done that I'm not happy about has kind of formed me into who I am, and I wouldn't change anything about it. Like a lot of the mistakes I've made have like made me who I am, and I don't want that to change. And I don't know if I hadn't made those mistakes that I wouldn't be who I am. So it's like, how do I know? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like I want him to live his own life, and make mistakes. I need him to make mistakes so he can learn. You have to let him
make his own mistakes. You have to let him make his own mistakes.
Yeah, that's what I think.
And whenever he makes those mistakes and he feels like he has nobody, or if he does feel like he has nobody, or he's going through it, that's when you step up. That's the role you play. You're his brother. That's when you step up and be the shoulder to cry on, the person to hug, the person to talk to, like.
and like you know that firsthand. I mean, there was one night in particular around New Year's that that like at one point I thought I lost all my friends because of some stupid thing I did, and then the next day y'all were telling me that it's cool. And that y'all were still love me, and that it was cool, and like everything was okay. So I remember being there, where at one point I thought I lost everything, weirdly enough, and then the next day, true friends come through and tell you what's up, and like that's what I'm trying to be. I know I'm a brother, but you're still a friend too. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you got to realize you can't stop somebody from making mistakes. You have to let them make mistakes so they can learn. But when they're going through the process of like grieving or sorrow or whatever they're going through, you can always be that person that's there for them and give them guidance and advice, or at least be an open ear to talk to, Yeah. At least that's how I feel. Like, you're not going to stop somebody from making a mistake. Like, mistakes happen. Nobody's perfect, and like that's just life. But you could also be the person that's there when they don't have anybody.
Yep.
So I think that would work well.
All right, Kobe, what's your answer? I didn't expect this podcast to go this deep, but it did.
We're having a whole therapy session here. Shit. I'm just going to follow up on what y'all been saying. How you said you've been trying to find more contentness and peace in your life, and Dominic, you said you've refound yourself after going through it. I mean, I know what you've been through over the last 2 years or so. Like, I realize that. But I want to follow up on that and say the last 6 years probably has been nothing but like the hardest, most difficult journey of my life. Obviously, like being an adult, moving out on your own, moving in with a partner, going through a bad breakup rhythm with them and all that. Like I was in a similar position. I've been in y'all's shoes before. Like I'll just be honest. I have been in y'all's shoes before. I know how it feels to be heartbroken and all that. I know how it feels to be lost, Gunner, like in discontent with your life and all that. And like to kind of add on to what y'all are saying, that journey itself is like, it's finally come to a point where like, I was thinking about this shit this morning too, like how truly like fine I am with everything that's happening. Like I was thinking about it, all my friends, we got this podcast going on, I'm still in the gym, still bodybuilding, I have a fucking kid on the way, dude. I have a solid relationship with Megan. Like I look back at the things that I always wished. I look back in the day where I would think like what I wanted and where I wanted to be in life. When I was like 20, 21 years old. And like back then I wanted a kid. I wanted to be in shape. I wanted to have my own place. I wanted a good group of friends that could be there for me. Like all kind of shit. I wanted to do like YouTube or fucking anything. Little did I know that was going to turn out to be a podcast, but I mean, here we are. We've come full circle, going through all the downs in life that just happens, coming to find yourself, coming to peace with yourself, coming to contentness with your life, period. And I was just like, I don't know, I walked out, I'm not religious like that, like, but I walked out this morning, sun was shining, and I was like, dude, I'm walking my dog. I never thought I would have my own dog. I never thought 2 years ago I would ever have a kid. Like, I never thought 2-3 years ago I would ever find a solid relationship with anybody. I never thought 2 or 3 years ago I would have as close of friends as you are, like as you guys are, or as the entire friend group that we associate with. Like,
Yep.
Everything has seriously come like full circle to the point where it's like I'm genuinely appreciative of everything that I have going on. And whenever I like get in my head or something, or I'm upset, like I always think back to like, look at where you are now, look where you've come from, and how much has actually changed in your life because you took control of your life and like decided to make better choices and better decisions. And here you are at peace, like truly. And that's like the biggest challenge I would say I've dealt with my entire life, is like finding peace in life. And that's all I care about, is trying to find peace. And over these last, I think really the last year and a half or so is whenever it's really hit the most. Like there have been nights where, I don't know, like I've literally woke up from awful dreams of me crying and being like, dude, what is going on? Like, I'm like having serious anxiety, depression, bad thoughts, all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then like fighting through that and sticking with my guns, dude. Like sticking with it and never giving up on the shit that makes me happy. And the stuff that's always made me happy. Never giving up on any of that has like pushed me through the other side to where there's like actually the sun is shining down bright. And it's awesome. Like there's actual peace and contentness like flowing through my life at the moment. And I genuinely couldn't be happier. Like more things would just add problems. Like I am fine with what I have going on right now.
Yep.
I
think that's something we all take for granted too. Is just the friend group we do have. Because I mean, I feel like any time any of us need anything, that we could just call on anyone.
Yeah.
And they'd be there. Whereas a lot of people don't have that, and that's one of the things that's really benefited my life is because I mean I didn't meet y'all guys till after I graduated. It was right as soon as I graduated, and y'all have become my closest friends. Compared to like, I know a lot of people say the kids they went to high school with is their closest friends, but I mean it's not the case for me anymore. I met y'all guys, and it was just like an instant click.
Yeah, right after.
I mean, like here we are now.
I agree with you as far as the high school thing goes. I think that like high school friends serve a different role. High school and college friends serve a different role as it's like adult friends when you live on your own and you have to relate to somebody in an adult life. But I'll never lose love for those people that I was cool with back then.
Sure. And it's like if I want my kids to meet anybody that I'm associated with, and I want my kids to like know and respect people in my life, I want it to be you guys, just because it's like y'all are my friends, and I hope to God that y'all are always going to be a part of my life. So it's like I want them to know you and appreciate you, and realize that y'all are, you know, like a part of my life, and it's always going to be that way.
Yeah.
Like I hope we can take vacations and all this kind of stuff together for years and years to come. Where you know what I mean. Like I want them to know you as a part of my life, just because y'all have affected it in such a way and benefited me personally in such a way that like. Well, I couldn't imagine losing all my friends right now and trying to find new friends. It just would not work. Because socially, I am not capable of making new friends. So it's like, y'all are stuck with me. And that's the way it is. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Stuff like you were talking about, like future trips and like introducing like new family members to the friend group. And like, I guess it puts everything into perspective. Like, there's so much more life to live, you know? Like,
dude,
there's so much life to live, and there's so much that will happen for you that you have to appreciate what you have in the moment and like just look forward to all the good moments, like the trips you take, all the little moments with your partners or with your children, all that type of stuff. It's like you cannot beat that type of stuff. Like you can't beat it. Like no amount of money, no amount of wealth will top those type of moments where you can just actually live in the moment and appreciate what you have for what it is.
Bro, and that's something that I've had to kind of like talk myself out of. I'm like, dang, Kobe's having a kid. I'm not gonna get to see him as much. But like I've stopped thinking about it that way, and I've started thinking about it more like I'm gonna get to meet Kobe's kid and have an impression on Kobe's kid. And I want him to think I'm the coolest uncle or the coolest whatever, the coolest friend, or you know what I mean? Like I've stopped thinking about it like, oh, I'm not going to get to see Kobe as much, but now I'm thinking about it like I'm gonna get to see Kobe's kid.
So you started to see it more in a positive light instead of so negative.
Yeah, exactly.
You're taking it for what it is. Like realistically, I'm not leaving. I'm not going nowhere. I'm just having a kid.
I can't stop you from having a kid. So it's like I might as well deal with it and be a friend to that kid. Like I already, and I mean, I know the kid's not here yet, but I already love that kid, and I know I will. So it's like I already know Uncle G is gonna be there whenever that kid needs anything.
I think we'll call you Uncle GP.
Uncle GP, that's
Uncle
me.
GP, I like that.
Like that's it's like it just goes back to what I was saying about finding the joy. I mean, it's just like I got to find the joy in everything. So it's like if you're having a kid, it's like, I mean, no offense, but I want to be involved in that kid's life somehow, even if it's just through crazy stories of y'all won't believe what my uncle did last week. You know what I mean?
Bro, I wanna touch on that you just said, having to find the joy. Like, I know, like, life's not always peaches and cream, and most days are going to be okay or like decent. Not every day is going to be amazing. Like, you have to be more content with having an okay day than you have to be content with, like, look forward to having a good day, you know? You can't always, like, sit and reel in the fact that, like, your day was, like, just not the most spectacular day ever, or you didn't have this interaction with a certain person, or I don't know, anything like that. Someone said something offhand to you and pissed you off. Like, you just have to be okay with being okay, you know?
Yep.
And you have to, like, I think you, like, the way you put it is that you have to look for the good. And you really do. Like, you really do have to look for it. Like, you can't just sit there and always be negative, in a negative headspace. Like, you genuinely do have to change your mindset and how you think and process things. And it's way harder, way easier said than done. Like, it's not an easy task, but it's a worthwhile task.
Yep, I agree. I think finding the happiness throughout the day is like it's almost like a challenge, but if you can do it, it just makes your day so much better. It's like even when you're having the worst day, you can think of one positive thought and it'll change the whole day. It's like I don't really know how to explain it, but you can literally change your mental state just by thinking of positive things in your life. It's just like every day at work. If I'm super busy and I'm stressed out, all I gotta do is think about, hey, I got a great friend group, I got a great family. I'm living in a great situation where I have a house and a roof over my head, and I got a bed that I can sleep on, and I got a meal waiting for me whenever I get home. And it's just simple stuff like that gets me through every single day. And I think that's like the most important thing you can have is just a stable thought of what brings you happiness in life. Because I mean, there's definitely people out there who just live in dread or live in fear of what their life is.
Anxiety, depression. And I'm not saying I haven't been through that, and everybody will go through that, but it takes active effort to change your mindset.
Yeah, it absolutely does. It takes, like, you have to almost train your mind to stop thinking negative thoughts. And I mean, it's hard. It is. Like, I've been in the deepest of deeps, in the darkest of darks. So it's kind of like, hey, I've been here before. I can get through this. It's no problem. Like, stress and anxiety and all these things, they come as waves. I mean, you might experience a huge wave one day, but they're just waves. Sometimes the ocean is still and calm, and sometimes it's raging because of a storm. But you just got to get through that, and you know you can because you've been there before. I think that's the most comforting thing. That's kind of like how I try to think about it. I'm like, hey, this is just a storm. I can get through this because I've done it before. Like, it's no problem.
Preach, brother. I like it. I like where you're going with it. Dom, you have any input on this?
Not really.
No, that's cool.
I'm just, yeah.
Yeah, we're just.
I think this is the deepest we've ever been in a pod.
Yeah, it's pretty deep because we're an hour and 45 minutes in, dude.
I love mine.
I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna say skip to an hour. Start that.
It really did start getting really good around an hour. Like, yeah, that's when we started asking all the questions. Anyway, I think we should start wrapping it up. We had a pretty good ending right there. I did not know it was going to go on for 45 minutes, but I'm not complaining about it. It's pretty awesome.
No, I mean, if anybody listens to it that long, then I mean, once they hear the deep stuff, they'll stay in.
Maybe we should like edit out one of the deeper talks and just like put it in an inspirational video on Instagram.
Bro, I'm down. I'm down to put the like. Seriously, if you'll send me audio, I'll try my best to get it on. I guess I could just screen record and then take the audio out.
Yeah,
you can
put it on Instagram.
Yeah, you can do that on CapCut, pretty sure.
Yeah, you can
Rip the audio out of video.
Post a picture of Dom, put some bomb audio behind it. We'll be good.
Okay.
Why me?
Because you're the guy.
Okay.
That's right. Dom is the guy. He's carrying this podcast, actually.
How? I really talk.
Dom the guy Alvarez. That's why you're carrying the podcast. We talk too damn much. We get ourselves in trouble where you don't really say anything to get you in trouble. Oh, there you went.
Okay, well.
You want to just go?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta eat, so might as well just. Oh, there he is. Okay, Gunner, we're gonna log out real quick. We're gonna sign off.
Peace.
Everyone, be safe, and
Yeah.
Peace.
Follow me on Instagram, Dominic.Alvarez_, and TikTok on this LV10.
Beep.
I just bleeped all that. I hope you know. That's a minute and 48. I'll remember that. No, we'll see y'all guys next time. Hope y'all enjoy your weekends and all that. Peace.
Bro,
Peace.
everyone be safe. Peace.
The disrespect.
And that was this week's edition of the Weekend Warriors podcast. Thanks for tuning in. If you've made it this far, please leave us a rating. Check out our Instagram page at weekend_warriors_podcast if you like the show. And thanks again for tuning in. We'll be back at you next week.